You come here where you're not wanted. You eat our food, you pollute our city with your stink, and you refuse to help the Stormcloaks.
But we haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
Hey, maybe the reason these Greyskins don't help in the war is because they're Imperial spies.
Imperial spies? You can't be serious.
Maybe we'll pay you a visit tonight, little spy. We got ways of finding out what you really are.
Do you hate the Dark Elves? Are you here to bully us and tell us to leave?
Well, no. I don't hate your people.
You've come to the wrong city, then. Windhelm's a haven of prejudice and narrow thinking. Unworthy of one such as you.
Looked like those Nords were giving you trouble.
Nothing new there. Most of the Nords living in Windhelm don't care much for us. But Rolf is the worst by far. He likes to get drunk and walk around the Grey Quarter yelling insults at us in the small hours of the morning. Oh, a real charmer, that one.
Well, why would anyone think you're a spy?
Some of these Nords will come up with any excuse to despise us. And it isn't just the Dark Elves they hate. They make a target of the Argonians as well. In fact, just about anyone who isn't a Nord is fair game for their bullying.
Sorry to hear
Until next
that.
time.
Did you use my good hammer?
No.
Blast her. I told you to leave my tools alone. You have yours, and I have mine.
I didn't touch it.
Hammers don't have legs.
Did you look behind the forge? I think I saw it there.
Oh, yes. Now that you mention it, I think... sorry about that. Everyone says Jorland Greymane is the best smith in Skyrim. I plan to change a few minds about that.
So you're the castle blacksmith?
Of course I am. What do I look like, a tavern wench? Don't let my words cut you too deep. I've just been working the forge too hard, trying to set this sword right.
What's so special about this sword?
Jarl wants it to look like an ancient blade. High Queen Fridis ruled over Windhelm in the Second Era, and her sword was legendary. Getting the real sword would be even better than making a copy, but no one wants to risk getting it from its resting place. If you find that sword, traveler, I'd be grateful. Don't forget, you find Queen Fridis' sword, I'll reward you.
Windhelm has been hard on my people, but our fortunes will turn, and we have shelter and food.
Your people have had bad luck?
We have not fared well outside our native Black Marsh, but we're determined to make the best of things. I began praying to Zenithar, the god of wealth, to bring us some fortune, but thieves made off with my sacred amulet almost as soon as I bought it.
Well, I could find it for you.
Shavi would be in your debt, kind one. I enjoyed our talk.
We know who you are, so you better come with us right now.
I don't think I don't care. Leave me alone.
I don't have time for this foolishness. Now come along quietly, and we won't have to get rough. Brother, I think she's telling the truth.
I'm not going anywhere. Now back off before I do something drastic.
She doesn't have the scar. What? Oh, you're right. We've made a mistake. Now move along before that mouth of yours gets you into trouble.
Next time you're looking to pester someone, make sure it's the right person. Foreigners. What a nuisance.
What was that all about?
They thought I was some other Red Guard woman. They just wouldn't leave me alone. I hope they get lost in the wilderness.
Were these the same red guards inside of the gates of Whiterun? Maybe I should look into that. Looks like the path up to Iverstead has a large river going down it. Right, here we are. It's very late at night.
On your way up the 7,000 steps again, Clifford?
Not today. I'm just not ready to make the climb to High Hrothgar. The path isn't safe.
Aren't the Greybeards expecting some supplies?
Honestly, I'm not certain. I've yet to be allowed into the monastery. Perhaps one day. I wish I could make my deliveries more often, but the road's getting dangerous. Passing through on your way to High Hrothgar? About to make a delivery up there myself.
Well, what types of deliveries do you make?
Mostly food supplies like dried fish and salted meats. You know, things that keep fresh for a long time. The Greybeards tend not to get out much, if you catch my meaning.
And in return?
Well, it's kind of an understanding between us. I mean, it just wouldn't feel right to charge them for a bit of preserved food. Trouble is, my legs aren't what they used to be, and climbing the 7,000 steps takes its toll.
I could do it for you.
Really? Well, that would be kind of you. Here, take this bag of supplies. At the top of the steps, you'll see the offering chest. Just leave the bag inside, and you're done.
Anything you can tell me about High Hrothgar?
I've been to the monastery many times, but I've never even laid eyes on one of the Greybeards. Not that I'd care to. Being masters of the Thu'um, they could kill you by uttering a single word. Well, not that they would. They seem peaceful, but I wouldn't want to provoke them.
Anything I should watch out for during the climb?
Well, there's the occasional wolf pack or stray, but that's all I've ever had to deal with. Shouldn't be a problem for the likes of you. Other than that, watch your footing. In these wintry conditions, the stairs can be treacherous.
All right.
Be careful up there.
I'll come back to you once I've delivered the supplies. I have everything I need. Before the birth of man, the dragons ruled all Mundus. Their word was the voice, and they spoke only for true needs, for the voice and blot out of the sky and flood the land. Okay. Something worth mentioning, if you read all the stone tablets. Give me one. Okay, that wolf's alone, it won't bother me. If you read all the stone tablets, you get Voice of the Sky, which gives you 24 hours. The animals are peaceful towards you, so they don't try to hurt you, they don't bother you. Unless, of course, you're riding on a horse, then they'll try to hurt your horse. But if it's only you, they won't try to hurt you. That's why sometimes people would complain that it's not working. It's just because you're either on a horse or you're with a follower.
Keep an eye out for wolves if you're headed up the path to High Hrothgar.
What are you doing out here?
I like to spend time up here. Walk the steps. Meditate on the emblems. Doesn't hurt when I bag some game along the way.
Do you visit the Greybeards?
They're not the sort to take visitors. But I never go that high up the path anyway. Some folk who make the trip leave them food or other essentials. But not to make conversation.
Did you hear the Greybeards shout Dovahkiin?
I did. Strange days when the monks will do that. I wonder what it means.
About to find out. Here's another etched tablet. Men were born and spread over the face of Mundus. The dragons presided over the crawling masses. Men were weak then and had no voice. That was intense, and my leg is injured. I think that wolf went all the way down the mountain. Yeah, injury to my leg, trauma to my leg. Should be there. Okay, injuries heal. Once you completely heal yourself, your injuries are healed. There's another wolf up here. There's another tablet. The fledgling spirits of men were strong in old times, unafraid to war with dragons and their voices, but dragons only shouted them down and broke their hearts.
Get away from me.
Oh, sorry.
Huh?
Kine called on Parthenax, who pitted man. Together they taught men to use the voice. Then dragon war raged, dragons against tongue. Hello.
Yeah?
Did you hear... Well, who are you?
Just a pilgrim. I'd prefer to leave it at that, if you don't mind.
What are you doing out here?
Walking the steps, meditating on the emblems. I make this trip every few years.
Did you hear the Greybeards called Dovahkiin?
I was just outside Iverstead when it happened. It's an exciting moment. Nothing like this has happened in centuries.
Alright, let's continue up the path. I'm almost there. Look at the beautiful sky. That is a frost troll. Let's see how smart he is. Okay, well, she didn't last long. Let's get some use out of the staff. Very nice. What does he say? Ah, there we go. Additional magic and enhanced magic regeneration while holding the staff. Like you're at Galderson. Okay, so I think there's a... You get 25 more points while holding the staff. 25 more points of magicka. Here's another tablet. Man rebelled, shouting Alduin out of the world, proving for all that their voice was too strong, although their sacrifices were many-fold. With roaring tongues the Sky Children conquer. Founding the first empire was sword and voice, whilst the dragons withdrew from this world. I feel like Charlie Brown when I read. Or I think it was Linus that was on the one where he was running for class president. The tongues at Red Mountain went away humbled. Jurgen Windcaller began his 7-year meditation to understand how strong voices could fail. So for 7 years, Jurgen Windcaller just meditated. Here's the next one. Jurgen Windcaller closed silence and returned the 17 disciples could not shout him down. Jurgen the Calm built his home on the throat of the world. And looks like there's High Hrothgar. The voice is worship. Follow the inner path. Speak only in true need. Okay. Let's read the last one over here. For years all silence, the Greybeard spoke one name. Tiber's septum, stripling then, was summoned to Hrothgar. They blessed and named him Dovahkiin. And there's Voice of the Sky. Animals will neither attack nor flee from you for 23 hours. And I think that's not in-game hours. That is hours that your game, hours that you play the game. Let's take off our face cover.
So, a Dragonborn appears at this moment in the turning of the age.
You call me Dragonborn. What does that mean?
First, let us see if you truly are Dragonborn. Let us taste of your voice.
You mean shout at you?
Strike us with the power of your voice.
Alright, if you insist.
Dragonborn, it is you. Welcome to High Hrothgar. I am Master Arngir. I speak for the Greybeards. Now, tell me, Dragonborn, why have you come here?
I want to find out what it means to be Dragonborn.
We are here to guide you in that pursuit, just as the Greybeards have sought to guide those of the dragon blood that came before you.
So you mean I'm not the only Dragonborn?
You are not the first. There have been many of the dragon blood since Akatosh first bestowed that gift upon mortal kind. Whether you are the only Dragonborn of this age, that is not ours to know. You are the only one that has been revealed thus far. That is all I can say.
Who are you? What is this place?
We are the Greybeards, followers of the Way of the Voice. You stand in High Hrothgar, on the slopes of Kinnarith's sacred mountain. Here we commune with the voice of the sky, and strive to achieve balance between our inner and outer selves.
Well, in that case, I'm ready to learn.
You have shown that you are Dragonborn. You have the inborn gift. But do you have the discipline and temperament to follow the path laid out for you? That remains to be seen. Without training, you have already taken the first steps towards projecting your voice into a thum, a shout. Now let us see if you are willing and able to learn. When you shout, you speak in the language of dragons. Thus, your dragon blood gives you an inborn ability to learn words of power. All shouts are made up of 3 words of power. As you master each word, your shout will become progressively stronger. Master Einarth will now teach you Ro, a second word in Unrelenting Force. Ro means balance in the dragon tongue. Combine it with Fus, force, to focus your thumb more sharply. Ro.
This looks like a bunch of scribbles.
You learn a new word like a master.
Are you sure?
You truly do have the gift. But learning a word of power is only the first step. You must unlock its meaning through constant practice in order to use it in a shout. Well, that is how the rest of us learn shouts. As Dragonborn, you can absorb a slain dragon's life force and knowledge directly. As part of your initiation, Master Einarth will allow you to tap into his understanding of Ro. Now, let us see how quickly you can master your new food. Use your unrelenting force shout to strike the targets as they appear. Well done. Again. You learn quickly. Once more. Impressive. Your thumb is precise. You show great promise, Dragonborn.
So what
We
now?
will perform your next trial in the courtyard. Follow Master Bori.
All right.
We will now see how you learn a completely new shout. Master Bori will teach you Wold, which means whirlwind. Wold. You must hear the word within yourself before you can project it into a thum. Approach Master Bori and he will gift you his knowledge of wool. Now we will see how quickly you can master a new shout.
And now we have it activated.
Master Hrothgar will demonstrate Whirlwind Sprint. Then it will be your turn. Master Bori? X! Move! Now, your turn. Stand next to me. Master Bori will open the gate. Use your Whirlwind Sprint to pass through before it closes.
All right.
Your quick mastery of a new thum is astonishing. I'd heard the stories of the abilities of Dragonborn, but to see it for myself...
I thought it was easy for everyone.
No, indeed not. But beware that your skill does not outstrip your wisdom. You are now ready for your last trial. Retrieve the horn of Jürgen Windcaller, our founder, from his tomb in the ancient fane of Ostengrav. Remain true to the way of the voice, and you will return.
Well, why are the dragons returning? Does this have something to do with me? Am I the reason that the world is coming to an end?
No doubt, the appearance of a dragonborn at this time is not an accident. Your destiny is surely bound up with the return of the dragons. You should focus on honing your voice, and soon your path will be made clear.
Surely there's more you can tell me.
There is indeed much that we know that you do not. That does not mean that you are ready to understand it. Do not let your easy mastery of the voice tempt you into the arrogance of power. That has been the downfall of many Dragonborn before you.
Well,
Sky, got you.
if that's all you have to teach me for now, I'll go get that horn. So, something I'd like to point out with Voice of the Sky. You can see this wolf is not hostile towards me. I'll take that hide. And there's the ice wolf I killed. But right next to the path to High Hrothgar, there's a bear cave. You see, still have Voice of the Sky. You can see that there's a bear napping right here. And there's a hunter that wasn't so lucky. Wow, 3 water skin. Pine Peak Cavern, so we can just walk right in here. Take anything we want. You got a skill book. Heavy armor, that's very useless to me. And in this kettle you have a diamond, so you can make a diamond ring. If you have some gold, or I think it's only gold that you can make diamonds with. I can't remember. This is the last time I'll be able to get this corundum ore in here. Or unless I decide to visit it again, which I don't really see the point in doing it. There's nothing else in here. You can see the bears. They don't even care I'm here. They couldn't care less. It's like I'm a part of the family. I've always liked bears. I've never had a problem with them. In this game and in real life. Now to return to Klimek. Return these supplies to Klimek. Which I think he's in that inn. Right.
You there. You're
What?
the one they call Dragonborn.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Your lies fall on deaf ears, deceiver. We know you are the false Dragonborn. You shall not stand in the way of the true Dragonborn's return. He comes soon, and we shall offer him your heart. When Lord Mirak appears, all shall bear witness. None shall stand to oppose him.
Like the bite of a flea.
Clear the way for the coming of the true dragon.
Last mistake.
Wait, it was an accident. I didn't mean to hurt her.
Order of the Jarl. Stop right there.
Okay, fine. You caught me. I'll pay out my bounty.
Smart man. Now, come along with us. We'll take any stolen goods, and you'll be free to go.
Stolen
After you pay
goods?
the fine, of course.
I can't believe this. Trying to live my destiny. I get attacked by 2 cultists. And this is what I get. I have no words. I'm at Riften.
People of
The
Riften,
coin, you've come
heed
to
my
the right
words.
place. Pull up a
The
seat.
return of the dragons is not mere coincidence. This is one of the signs. The signs that Lady Mara is displeased with your constant inebriation. Put down your flagons filled with your vile
I'm
liquids,
sorry you
and embrace the
disapprove,
teachings
Father,
of the
but I
handmaiden
made up
of
my
Kine.
mind. I'm not a warrior.
No, Maramo.
I'm a
We
businessman.
talked about this.
The
Taylor,
only reason you have the gold for your business is because I gave it to you.
I'll pay you back if it means
Kira,
that much.
certainly we can come to
It's
some
not
sort of an
about the coin.
understanding.
It's
These
about
people must
honoring
be
your
made
legacy
aware of
by
the
picking up
chaos they've
arms
sown.
and keeping this
Enough,
land free.
Maramo.
Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin you carry. Hey, lad.
An excuse to harass
What?
our customers.
Very well, Talon.
I'm sorry, what do you
I'll remove
mean?
myself from this den of iniquity.
I'm saying you've got the
We're not
coin,
kicking you
but you
out.
didn't earn a
Just keep
septim
the
of it
servants at the
honestly.
temple and let us all
I can
sit
tell.
in peace.
And how could you possibly know that?
It's all about sizing up
Salad,
your
my
mark,
friend.
lad.
Up for some fishing
The
this
way
week.
they walk, what they're wearing.
Oh, bully.
It's a
It's
dead
getting
giveaway.
dangerous outside the walls.
What do you mean by that?
Look how you sniffed out my little scheme at the North Gate.
That's not
You
funny.
knew it was a shakedown and you
People are
called them on
scared.
it. That's what I'm talking about.
You seem to be well acquainted with wealth.
Wealth is my business. Help me out, and I can add to yours. Would you like a taste?
Well, what do you have in mind?
I've got a bit of an errand to perform, but I need an extra pair of hands. And in my line of work, extra hands are well paid.
What do I have to do then?
Simple. I'm going to cause a distraction. You're gonna steal Medesi's silver ring from a strongbox under his stand. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branche's pocket without him noticing.
Why plant the ring on Branchy? What has he done?
There's someone that wants to see him put out of business permanently. That's all you need to know. I'll be out in the market all day, from 8 in the morning until 8 in the evening. Meet me then, if you've still got the stomach for it.
Right.
I'll be at the market come morning. You better be there too.
Oh, I will.